So on this spiritual awakening path, it's like I'm going in between. It's like I'm being tossed around. There's so many different aspects to it. It's in between the spiritual worlds and spiritual realms, and everything is going to be fine, into the physical world where I feel like sometimes I just feel like I'm totally lost. I feel like there's like my guidance is telling me just to be. I also listen to Abraham Hicks, and I love her. And, she's always saying, get into the river, the river where it feels nice. Get into those thoughts and just do that. And I'm thinking, go with what, the better feeling thoughts, the better feeling places. But then how do you, and how do you live in all the time in just the better feeling places? There's responsibility. I'm supposed to be doing things, but then I'm supposed to be connected to my feelings, what feels right to do and what doesn't. And how do you know? Like, how do I know if I'm just running away? But then I'm thinking, well, if I'm doing action in a place that doesn't feel right, then I'm not in the right action. But then I have these voices that say, oh, you have to how are you going to make a living? What are you supposed to be doing? But then I have these other voices saying, well, yeah, it's supposed to be making a living, but making a living at what comes natural, and what is the most natural place for me to be, and what feels the best, just to be, and everything in the universe will rise up around me. And just being, all I feel like doing is making these videos and running around on the mountains with my dogs and doing artwork and writing. And I feel like, there's just so much going on in my life right now. I feel like I know that I'm channeling messages, that there's God's work that I'm supposed to be doing. And supposed to be, that's also like words that have like negative. There's God's work that's coming through me that I want to be doing. And for some reason, when I sit down to, maybe this is God's work, maybe putting out these videos and showing this whole process of awakening, and how, there's just so much going on. There's like so much going on, but then when I look in my physical world, it's like there's so much going on, but what's going on? I'm running around on the side of the mountain. Oh, I'm holding up my business, kinda. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. If this is what feels the most natural and the most right, is maybe I'm just supposed to be going with the flow. And if this is the flow, I feel like I'm going through this spiritual awakening on this twin flame path that is ridiculous. If you would have asked me a year ago, I would have told you, what are you talking about? It's hocus pocus crap. But my goodness, this is unbelievable. It's like, well, it's believable to me because I'm on the freaking path. It is like nothing I could have ever expected, but at the same time, it's like I knew it all along. My whole life, I've known that there is this other. And the meeting with your twin flame, when you meet with your twin flame, it's like everything that about you that is not pure is magnetized and like mirrored back to you, because it's like you're meeting with your own self but it's like your opposite self somehow. I don't know. It's like Velcro, like two sides of Velcro, or like, I don't know, like two sides of Velcro that want to fit together, but there's crap stuck in both of the parts of the Velcro, so they won't get stuck together. But they keep on wanting to get stuck together. And so until all the crap isn't cleaned out of both of the sides of the Velcro, I don't know. He's like running away. I don't know, running away. I don't know if I don't know if that's even true. I don't know. I'm trying to get it. It's becoming clearer and clearer. But what I do know, it is freaking painful. It's like, you would think, oh, spiritual awakening, yay, oh, la la land, and oh, pleasant, and everything is just beautiful. It's not like that. It's like, if you have things that in yourself and your being that are off, and they need to be fixed, then fixing is freaking painful, because you've lived your whole life with these beliefs, and all of a sudden your whole mind is like twisting up into like knots. It's like your whole reality is going, becomes like surreal. Sheesh. But it's like you're getting your own self, like all your shit reflected back to you in like mega. Like looking in the mirror and saying all your gnarlies, all gnarlied. And then you can't deny it. It's like when you know something, you can't deny it anymore. But then it's like you have to face your own self in the mirror. It's like, whoa. Where did that come from? Well, that was there the whole time. It's like, if you go left, it's like when you have a really bad toothache or something, and they, like a spiritual toothache, let's say. To fix it, you want to fix it, but to fix it, it's freaking painful, and it's painful on the way, too. Oh. What I was saying about Abraham Hicks is she says, take the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance. So I'm learning how to take the path of least resistance and just trust instead of fighting against. Trust that the universe is going to come up and meet me and hold me. My biggest fear is of making a living, because it doesn't seem like, how do you make a living by running around the... How do you make a living by running around the mountains and making videos and dogs? And I guess it's just, I'm learning how to be authentic, and if this is my authentic, then this is my authentic. My son said, Ima, he calls me Ima. Ima is mom in Hebrew. He says, no more crying on the side of the mountain video. Oh. Spiritual awakenings are not like La La Land. Oh, yay. It's more like until you go into a place of peace. And I know this because I get there. I go through this, and this talking this through and putting it out is helping me go through it. I go through, you'll see other videos of me where I'm off in La La Land and everything is just wonderful and look and wow and ooh and ah. And then there's videos of me going through these. But then once I go through this, and I actually go through it and talk it through, it just kind of dissipates. It's like, okay, crazy lady. Sheesh. Okay, I'm breathing through it. Breathing through it. I'm on my way to... Well, first of all, I'm taking these little doggies out for their morning walk. It's Saturday morning. It's around 11 o'clock in the morning. This morning started off really good. It's still really good. This is good. This is good. This is washing all this crap out. It's not like it's not going to come back. It's kind of, you know, this is, ooh, there's a bee. I love it when I'm talking and a bee comes. I don't know. I see a signs. See, there it is right there. Look. It wants to. Okay, bee, you can go out now. Wants to land on me. Look, there it is. See, I'm sitting here driving. Well, I'm not going to show you. It went out the window. I see bees as good omens. It seems to me like, oh, there it is. It's coming back to visit. When I get out of my mind and I get into the now and I get into the flow and into just the being and without all these worries and contemplations and going through it all and blah, 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 it seems like I'm in the perfect place. And everything is just peaceful. And I know that everything is perfect and everything is going to work out. Look, the bee's back there with Rexy. Rexy, just let it go. And I know that everything is perfect. And then I get into my head and it starts going zzz, starts getting noisy, and then I open up my eyes and I look all around and a bee flies through the window and I think everything is perfect. The universe is always trying to show me the next step. All I need to do is listen. So we're on our way to a natural spring over here. Galilee is full of springs. I'll show you where I'm at. I just stopped to make this video. I'm going down this little dirt path. Over there, that must be where the bee came from. There's some bee things. And the spring is over that way. Anyway, that's where I'm at. So if you've watched up till now, because I've decided if this is what I feel like doing, this must be the natural path that I'm on, just showing this spiritual awakening. I'm finally starting to talk about twin flames because it's undeniable. You know, it is undeniable. It's an undeniable path. I didn't even know that existed. Up until I started going through it myself. I met my twin flame and it has just been ridiculous. The beginning of the twin flame path first, the first thing is I felt like this cosmic connection, like we've done this before in past lives. We've done this before, and I didn't even believe in past lives up until then. But all of a sudden I remember past lives, so it's undeniable, but I wouldn't dare say it because it's just so crazy and loopy, right? And so it's been about a year now that I've realized this, but won't talk about it because it's loopy. I mean, just talk about it barely with very close people. And all of a sudden I'm remembering past lives, and all of a sudden I'm realizing that messages are passing through me and that I am connected to something much, much larger than me. See, I'm still hinting around it and not calling it by name. And then I realized that I'm on this twin flame journey, and I see it. I see what it's doing. It's like black and white. It's like black and white. It's like meeting my counterpart, or I don't even know. I don't even know if that's correct. It's still coming to me. It's still opening up for me. I guess that this is part of it. So if you've watched till now and you want to continue to watch, I guess during this video I've decided that this is the path of least resistance, and this is the path that is giving me I guess, relief, and understanding that if this is what I feel like doing, then this must be the right thing to be doing. So if you've been watching me, subscribe to my channel. I'll bring more of it. Bring more of it in different variations.